Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina. The K1 Visa channel, the Green Card Visa, the Green Card channel is here for you. The place to go for free advice on how to process a K1 visa, a green card, a spousal visa, a tourist visa. I know how to do it. I got 9 years of experience. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't work for USIS. I don't give you any legal advice. Zero legal advice. But like I said, I got 9 years of experience. I've helped hundreds of people get their K1 visas and their green cards without paying a dime to an immigration attorney. An immigration attorney, they can give you that'd be very expensive. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Isn't it much better that you spend that money on your honeymoon, spend that money on your new wife or new husband, put it towards a vacation instead of giving it to an immigration attorney? And immigration attorneys, I mean, I'm not, for the most part, they do a good job, but they're really not necessary to fill out a green card application. They're not necessary to process a K1 visa. It's a very easy process if you can follow directions, if you can read and write, and if you can fill out forms without making mistakes. Some immigration attorneys, they make stupid mistakes, and it costs you time, and it costs you money, and it could end up hurting your case. Not all, but sometimes that happens with an immigration attorney. Sometimes. Hidrax Sodiero of Christ Fire. Hey guys, they returned our package adjustment of status that's been rejected because I-485 form was the old one. What should we do? Well, you got to resubmit everything with the new form. You cannot use an expired form. Okay, April 1st, everything changed. Do we pay the new fee? The time we sent was the old fee. Do we have to write a new check? Now, Headrex, you have to redo the paperwork on the correct form, and you got to pay the new fee because it's past April 1st. It's May 18th, 2024. So now you got to redo everything and pay the increased price. The adjustment of status doesn't matter if it's in color, black and white, meaning the forms. It's black and white for the forms. But you got to redo everything. You got to use the correct edition of the form. Okay, immigration have said don't use expired forms. But you're doing good. You're getting there. Just redo everything, resubmit the paperwork, and pay the new fee. And the new fee for as of April 1st, 2024 is $1,440 for a green card, and that includes the biometric processing. That price does not include the advanced parole document, which you don't need. You're moving to America. You're coming here to live. You're not going to need to travel anywhere, in my opinion. And it doesn't include the price for the work permit, which is $265, which you're not going to need because it's going to get here probably just a little bit earlier than your green card. So Hedrex, you're going to have to redo the paperwork on the correct edition of the form and pay the new fee. And I'm sorry to hear that happen to you. Sorry to hear that. Annie Persad, good night, Mr. Diego, and beautiful Karina, good night. How are you guys doing? We are good. How are we doing? We're doing great. We were doing house painting today. We were painting. I tell you, my arm is killing me. I feel like I got tetanus shots, but I was painting. And Karina was painting. It was good. We're doing painting. And we're going to paint this office also. See the office right here? We're going to repaint it. So don't be surprised if you don't see the American flag and the Venezuelan flag in the picture right here. Because we're going to take it all down and we're going to repaint this room. Okay? Huh? Outdoors. Okay. And it's going to... So don't be surprised if we take that stuff down. Brandon Vance, hey brother Diego and sister Corina. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for the Casablanca. I'm not sure I can get our interview. I've called the Visa Help Desk and emailed 8 months since Department of Homeland Security. So you're trying to get you've paid your visa fee, right, Brandon? You paid your visa fee to the embassy in Morocco and Casablanca. You just submitted the DS-160, you printed the confirmation page, and you're having a bit of a trouble trying to set an appointment. Got to keep looking, okay? If it comes down to it, get your congressman to help you, or your senator, primarily your senator. Your U.S. senator has more contact with the State Department than the congressman does. And Hedrex, how much is the new fee? It's $1,440 for the green card and the biometrics. $1,440, and you make the check out to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. You don't abbreviate it like you did the last time, okay? But now you got to pay more money, all right? Don't worry, Hedrex. It's an investment in your family. It is what it is. Stuff happens. Don't stress it out. Just redo the paperwork on the correct edition of the form and then send it back and with the right payment. Okay. Well, I'll write here how much it is. Okay. Now this is just for the green card and the biometrics. That's how much it's going to cost. Let's see. Aquarius. Hello, Diego and Karina on the I-134. That's the Declaration of Financial Support. From question 14, do I put my annual income and my son, who is 19? Or is that question just for me and I put one dependent? Please help. You're going to put your income, Aquarius, not your son's income. Okay? Unless your son is going to be a joint sponsor, then you can combine. All right? But it's going to be your income on question 14. That question is just for you, right? If your son is a joint sponsor, then he'll fill out an I-134 also with his income. You'll fill out an I-134 with your income if he's a joint sponsor. If he's not a joint sponsor, then you just put down there that my son is my dependent. And you're going to put his full name and everything else. I hope that answered the question, Aquarius. You got it? Let me see. Aquarius, you got it. Angel Tate, hi Diego and Karina. Can my husband fly to another state without his green card? Sure. Karina can fly anywhere she wants in America. If we want to go on vacation somewhere, we can fly anywhere we want. We could go to Hawaii. We could go to, let me see here, Nevada. We can go anywhere we want. We just can't leave the United States of America. All right? Got to have a green card to leave America. So, yes, you can travel on your passport or government. Let's suppose you got a driver's license, a Florida driver's license or Tennessee driver's license. You can fly on your driver's license. Just don't leave the United States. And we got 50 states to choose from. Let's see here. Okay, thanks, Hedrex. No worries. Let's see. Ryan, 1, 2, 3, exclamation. My Indonesian fiance was approved. NOA 1, July 5th. NOA 2, February 2020. Interview date, May 15th. Congratulations. Man, you're going to get the opening of the new Mountain Dew salute. You get the new Mountain Dew salute. Congratulations, Ryan, on getting your visa approved. Brandon Vance, yes, we've done all of that. On the case status shows we're ready for our interview. However, we haven't got anything from Casablanca. USCIS approval was back in early August of 2023. You got to stay in touch, Brandon. You got to keep emailing the embassy or they will time out your visa approval from your NOA 2. Send the embassy an email once a week and check in with them. In the subject line, put the receipt number of your NOA 2 letter and ask what's the status, what's going on, what do I got to do to schedule my visa interview. You got to stay in contact with the immigration, the consular officer in Morocco. Okay, you got to stay in touch with them via email once a week. Send them an email. Make sure you don't time out. Okay. Eventually, you're going to get an open date where you can schedule the interview. Chris Foley, hi Diego and Karina. A quick question: when did her medical in Bogota? Did the doctor examine her and then listen to her heart, listen to her lungs, feel for lymph nodes? Yeah, the doctor did all that. Ryan 1, 2, 3 exclamation! Look at that super chat. That's a super sticker, right? That's a super sticker. I don't know the difference between a super chat and a super sticker, but we send you a Mountain Dew salute, Ryan. And congratulations on your visa approval. I mean, it takes a lot of weight off your shoulder, right? A lot of weight off your shoulder. You can start to start making more plans now. Chris Foley. When did her medical in Bogota did her examine they listened to her heart, lungs, and everything else. They did that on her medical exam, the day of her medical exam. Karina scheduled her medical exam for, I can't remember what day. ¿Qué día tu médica? It was November 8th. Karina scheduled her medical exam, 2023, November 8th. And she went into her medical exam. And real early in the morning, she got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She went to the doctors and got her blood drawn. They drew her blood at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then she went back later for the medical exam, and I went with her. I accompanied Karina to her medical exam in Bogota. And they did a full examination. Well, it's not intrusive. I mean, they're not intrusive, but it was very easy. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Hope you're having a sensational weekend. Always, Francois. We always have a fantastic weekend. We're never bored, okay? Karina's in a new country. She's in America. She's never bored. I mean, it gets pretty warm here in Florida. It's 76 degrees today. And we just had like 2 major storms pass through. Raining and raining, like waiting and waiting. It was raining and raining. I mean, seriously. And then my phone kept going, bing, bing, bing. Oh, you got a flood warning. Karina's like, what's that? I said, don't worry about it. Relax. We're good. We're high up. Aquarius, thank you. No worries, Aquarius. Antonio, my wife and soon-to-be wife will be getting married Monday. Okay. We applied for her Social Security already. When would be a good time to change the name? When would be a good time to change the name on the Social Security number after marriage? Well, if you've applied, Antonio, you went ahead and applied for her Social Security number, you got to wait for the Social Security card to come in. All right? It's going to come in with her maiden name on it, and it's going to come in saying this Social Security number is only good for work as approved by Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security, which means you cannot work with just the Social Security number. You can only work with the Social Security number and a green card. When you get the green card in your hand, you go back to the Social Security office and you update the status of your wife's status in America. You're going to update her from I-94, 90 days to get married, to legal permanent resident. So, Antonio, when you get the Social Security card in the mail, it's going to say, don't work. It's going to have a blurb on it where it says you can't work without Homeland Security approval. That means you can't work until you get the green card and or the work permit. When you get the green card or the work permit, go back down to the Social Security office, update your wife's status to legal permanent resident, and then they will mail you a new Social Security card with her married name on it. Okay? You got it? Francois, been waiting to say this for 2 years. Francois, 2 years. But we were approved on May 17th, 2024. NOA 2 letter should be coming soon. It will be, Francois. Now, Mountain Dew salute, Tripoli, for Francois. 2 years. And Francois, everything I said was going to happen, happened, right? Everything I said was going to happen, happened. I told you were going to get approved. I said probably been the next week or so. That was a week ago. And then this week you got approved, right? Now you can relax. Just relax. Start planning whatever else it is you got to do, and I'm going to help you through it. I'm going to pull you over the finish line, Francois. Okay? Now, I can't speak Arabic and I can't speak French, so I'm going to pull you over the finish line in English, all right? And Karina, she's going to pull you over the finish line in Spanish. Aquarius, congratulations, Francois. That's a good post, Aquarius. Francois, thank you, Aquarius. Been a bumpy ride. Come on, Francois. It was a bumpy ride, but we smoothed it out for you, right? Didn't we smooth it out? We got the road grader out there, and we smoothed it out for you. We graded the road for you so it's nice and easy. And Ryan, again, Ryan, thank you for that super sticker. It's a super sticker. And that was your first one on a live stream, Brian. Chris Foley, well, the doctor in Bogota did not do that. He just asked questions. Okay. So he did it. So Dr. Dennis in Bogota, Colombia was busy. He had a whole day of appointments for visas. So he didn't do everything. He didn't have time. So he just asked questions. So you got the easy peasy medical exam, Chris Foley. You had the easy peasy one. All right. So be grateful for that. All you care about is the doctor signing off on the 693 and the vaccinations if you have them all done. All right, Chris, you got it? Are you going to relax, man? Claire and Madsen vlog. Madsen is asking, how fast can we pick up the visa once it's been issued? It depends on how busy the traffic is on the highways in Rio de Janeiro. If it's busy traffic, you ain't going to drive fast. But if there's no traffic, you can go as fast as you want as long as you don't get a ticket. Right? And will the 30-day countdown start at the time of approval? What 30-day countdown? There's no such thing as a 30-day countdown. We want him to be able to pick it up and leave Brazil the same day. Well, you can do that. As soon as he picks up his passport, his Brazilian passport, he looks inside it and he checks his name is spelled correctly. He makes sure there's no mistakes in the K1 visa. He picks it up, and then you guys can drive to the airport within the speed limit of the highways of Rio de Janeiro, go to the airport and fly to America. Do it the same day. If you got the plane ticket, buy the ticket. But don't buy the plane ticket till you get the K1 visa in your hand. Make sure it's in your hand first. So how fast can you pick it up? As soon as the embassy tells you to go get it. When it says issued. Once you get issued status, you go pick it up. There's no 30-day countdown, whatever that is. If it says issued, it's go get it. Chris Foley, I'm a physician assistant and the doctor did not physically examine her. He just asked her questions. That's okay. It's okay, Chris. Now, I'm not a doctor, okay, but I do know how visa processing works. And I do know that if the doctor's busy, and he doesn't have time or she doesn't have time to do the whole thing, the complete medical, okay, he's going to check it off that he's done it, that everything's good. And then what are you going to do when you get to America? You're going to repeat the medical exam for the green card and you're going to get a brand new 693, right? You're going to get a brand new 693 for the green card application. Chris, relax, doctor. Dr. Foley, relax. As long as the doctor signed off on the 693, that's all that you got to be concerned about. Antonio Clark, hello, Mr. Diego. I hope all is well. How long did it take you to hear back from someone after mailing off your adjustment of status? 7 days. It took 7 days, and we got a text message. Boom. We received your stuff. Your green card application, your work permit application. Karina didn't apply for advanced parole because she's in America, and this is where she lives. She lives in America. Karina lives in America with me. Okay, advanced parole is not required. She's not going back to anywhere. She's not going anywhere except for Vegas. We're going to go to Las Vegas. Okay, and she applied for the work permit not because she needs it, but because she wants to be able to get her Social Security card updated to her married name. It took a week, Antonio. Claire and Madsen Vlogs is having it available sooner than 10 business days normal. That's normal for Rio de Janeiro. Francois Livingston, everything you said did happen. Thank you. Francois, I know this process like the back of my hand, okay? I can write a green card application in my sleep. I can write a K1 visa application taking a siesta in my recliner. I've got 9 years of doing this, and I'm pretty close, and I'm pretty good on getting the timelines down within a couple of days. And Francois, I explained to you what was going to happen step by step, and everything I said happened step by step. And now you got approved. And you were saying, I'm not going to get approved because I didn't translate my documents, my chats. Yeah, you are. You're good. You're good, Francois. You are good to go. You got it. You're there. Tina, hello, Diego, and beautiful Karina. Just beautiful, my beautiful wife, Karina. Ryan, 123 exclamation. I really appreciate what you both do. It helped me so much. Ryan, you get another Mountain Dew salute. The goal of this channel, this YouTube channel, is a place for you to go so you can process your K1 visa and your green card and your tourist visa, your spousal visa for free. Okay? If you don't know how to do something, ask me and I will give you the right answer. You don't have to call an immigration attorney and pay the immigration attorney $400 for a consultation. Ask me here and I'll give you the answer for free. I'm not an immigration attorney. I didn't go to law school, but I went through the hard knocks of immigration, okay? And I know the process like the back of my hand. There's not one thing I don't know about a green card or a K1 visa processing, okay? It didn't require me to go to law school to do it, okay? Let me see. Francois, where is Adriana tonight? So she can hear this. Took 27 days to get a response for the RFE. Hers should be coming soon. Okay, Francois, what did I say? How long it would take for an RFE to get adjudicated? 3 to 4 weeks, right? You got it in what? 3 to 4 weeks. Tina, just stopping by to say hello and thank you so much for your advice and help with our K1 visa process and adjustment of status process. Tina, we're glad to help you. We're glad to help you. Eric Klein, hi Diego, and beautiful Karina. What documents do I need to have translated to English and apostille for my Colombian fiancée for her spousal visa when we are married in August in Colombia? Well, I don't recommend a spousal visa. I recommend you go through the K1. Okay? Why didn't you just apply for a K1? Why go through all the headaches of a spousal visa? Spousal visa is a pain in the neck. It's a pain. Okay? But if you decide to get married in Colombia, you're going to need to get your birth certificate translated into Spanish and apostille. And you're going to need, let me see here. You're going to need to get, if you have any divorce decrees, do you have any divorce decrees? If you have a divorce decree, you got to get it translated into Spanish and apostille. That's about it. That's about it. Your birth certificate, any divorce decrees, and then you're going to just have to get a big blown up copy of your driver's license, but you don't have to get that translated into Spanish. Okay? But here's what I recommend you do, Eric. Don't get married in Colombia. Get married here in America. The K1 visa is so much easier than a spousal visa. It's so much easier to do. So you get married in August in Colombia. And so you're going to need your birth certificate. You're going to need to get divorce decrees translated into English, into Spanish and apostille, okay? You got to prove who you are, basically. Claire and Madsen Vlogs, our status says issued, but we thought we had to wait until we got an email saying the visa was printed and ready for pickup. So once issued, that's it. It was issued 2 days ago after the interview. Go get it. Go pick it up. Antonio Clark, it's been 3 weeks since I mailed off our adjustment of status and have not heard anything. Should I be worried? If so, what should I take? What actions should I take? Antonio, number one, did you include a Form G1145 in your adjustment of status green card paperwork? Did you include Form G1145? Number two, did you mail your green card application using UPS, FedEx, or DHL? Answer those questions for me. Did you send it by courier? And did you include Form G1145, Antonio Clark? And I'll give you the answer to your question. Hedrex, they sent it back. Adjustment of status, they said they did not see Form I-45 edition 4124 on the bottom of the page, but on Form top it expires 2/28/26. It was the right form. So they screwed up. Immigration messed up, Hedrax. If you used the correct form, then they made the mistake, not you. Okay? They said they sent it back because they did not see the addition 4/1/2024 on the bottom, but on the form on the top it expired. Just redo the form, Hedrex. They messed up. Just redo it and send it back. Okay? They made the mistake, not you. And I'm sorry that happened, but they're human beings too, just like us. Okay? And we make mistakes. Hello, Diego. Now I can't read your name. It's in Arabic. I can't now. Maybe Francois can translate that. Hello, Diego. Please, it's been around 45 days, and I sent my U.S. fiance, received the MVC letter, and my case status is ready. So we paid the fee, filled out the DS-160, and we're waiting for the embassy. Good job. So you're just waiting on the embassy to get on busy so you can schedule the interview. That's what you're doing, right? That's all you're doing. Good job. Hedrex, on the bottom of the form, they did not see edition 4/1/24. They messed up, Hedrex, but you got to get it back in the mail. You got to get it back to them. Send it back to them and write a letter of explanation and say, I didn't use the incorrect form. Write a letter, Hedrex, and say, you used the correct form. They messed up. And would you please process my K1, my green card application? They messed up, not you. So send it back, redo the paperwork, and then write a letter saying, hey, I didn't mess this up. Why are you telling me I messed it up? How long may it take? Because a girl told me that she's still waiting for the embassy email since last October of 2023, and she didn't get nothing until now. So that's disappointing us a little bit. What country? What country? I don't even know what country that you're from. Antonio, yes, I included that form, and I also sent it by FedEx. Morocco. Antonio, did FedEx send you a message? Did they send you a confirmation that the lockbox in Chicago or Phoenix, Arizona, or Elgin, Illinois, they picked up, they signed for your green card paperwork? Antonio, did FedEx notify you that immigration received your green card application? Morocco is a slow country right now to get a visa interview. It's taken a long time. My recommendation for folks with beneficiaries in Morocco who have been waiting for a long time need to contact their congressmen or their senators to get things working for them. This is ridiculous. You shouldn't be waiting 6 months for a freaking visa interview. That's crazy. Get your congressmen and your senators emailing and contacting the embassy in Morocco and asking them what's their problem. Antonio, I'm not sure, but I will check tomorrow. Antonio, if you sent your green card application via FedEx, FedEx should have sent you a notification saying that immigration has received it, right? That's what you're looking for. If immigration received your green card application package, they will notify you. FedEx will tell you, hey, this person signed for your green card paperwork, right? If you know that immigration received it, then all you're doing is you're waiting for them to open it, take it off the shelf, open it up, and send you a notification from the G1145. But you got to check to make sure FedEx actually delivered your paperwork. FedEx, they're the ones that are in control of it. Once you give it to FedEx, they're in charge of it. They're responsible for getting it to the immigration. They did. So you got to ask FedEx, where is it? Where's my paperwork? Because once the immigration folks receive it, they're going to open it. When they open up the box, they're going to send you a notification they received it. Karina sent her green card paperwork via UPS. 6 days later, immigration signed that they received it. UPS told Karina, hey, we delivered your package. We didn't overnight it. We're not going to spend $100 to overnight a green card application that's going to take 4 months to process. So we sent it within normal processing times, like 4 days. Within 4 days, UPS notified Karina, hey, we delivered your green card application to Chicago. And they said, okay. And Karina's like, okay. And then about 5 days after that, the folks in Chicago sent a text message to the cell phone saying that this is your receipt number for your green card and your work permit. They sent a separate receipt number for the green card and for the work permit, and they said that we received it. And then a week after that, Karina got a letter saying that immigration has scheduled her biometrics in New Orleans. We live in the Panhandle of Florida. Now, just because we live in the Panhandle of Florida and we had to go to New Orleans for Karina's biometrics, that doesn't mean that you have to, wherever you live, that you have to go, okay, to New Orleans. If you live in Utah, you're going to probably go to someplace in Utah. If you live in New Jersey, you're going to go someplace in New Jersey. If you live in South Florida, you're probably going to go to Miami or Tampa for your biometrics, probably Tampa, okay? But we live in the Panhandle of Florida, so the closest USCIS office is in New Orleans. So we made a weekend out of it. Francois Livingstone. Diego, would you be willing to make a Morocco timeline video for my fiance and I, please? And thank you. Francois, if I'm going to make a video for you from the whole shebang, okay, and then you will have it forever, so you can watch it forever in the future, and 20 years from now, you can say, hey, let's watch the video of our green card, our K1 visa process, okay? Because I'm not going to delete the videos. When I make a video for you guys, it's going to stay up there forever, okay? But Francois, I need all the dates. The NOA 1 letter, the RFE letter, the NOA 2 letter, the MVC welcome letter, the visa interview. I need everything. Once you get to the visa interview date, that's when I'll make it for you, okay? Francois, I promise you, okay? So Antonio, you included the G1145 and you sent it by FedEx. So you got to contact FedEx and say, where's my stuff? Okay, thank you. I will go there. I just dug out the receipt from FedEx dated April 29th. April 29th. So FedEx should already have shipped it. They should have already delivered it for you. It shouldn't take but, a few days. So you're in Maryland, so I mailed it to Illinois. So you send it to Chicago or Elgin, Illinois, probably Chicago, right? But you got to find out if FedEx delivered your stuff or not. If FedEx delivered it, now you're just waiting on the immigration folks to open up your green card package and send you the text message from the G1145. Eric Klein, sorry to bother you again, but what is the best way to compile all my WhatsApp evidence? Screenshot printouts. We have over 10,000 messages between us. Should we submit it all for our evidence? And how do we show our video chats on WhatsApp? Well, you can't show video chats. All you can do is screenshot. When I video chat with Karina was talking to me in Colombia, and I'm talking to her from here in Florida for about a year, right? And so I would screenshot my picture down here and Karina's picture here. And I just screenshotted it and printed it. I submitted about 1,200 WhatsApp chats in Spanish. I was talking to Karina in Spanish. I didn't need to translate anything for Bogota, okay? But you don't need that many WhatsApp chats. I would recommend you submit like two a week. It was about 8 to 10 a month over a 1 year period. That's about 10 times 12, right? That's how you do it. And you put them in a binder by month. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And in each one of those months, you put your screenshots of your chats, right? That's what I did for Karina. I had 12 months worth of WhatsApp chats. And you can go into WhatsApp and go by and look up the dates too. Let's see here. Antonio, you need to go check with FedEx and find out if they delivered your stuff. Let's see. So how do we show our video chats? Just screenshot them. When you are video chatting with your beneficiary, do a screenshot on your phone, save it, transfer it to your desktop computer, and then print it. That's how you do it. That's what I did. Francois, we will be on our rocking chairs reminiscing on the K1 visa process. Thank you so much, Diego and Karina. My fiance was emotional when I called him with the news. It was a great way to start the weekend. Francois, did you screenshot the phone call? When you phoned him, did you screenshot the phone call? Print that. Every time you contact your beneficiaries, okay, don't forget to wish them Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, this, Merry Christmas, Happy Easter. If you celebrate Easter, it's actually Resurrection Sunday. There's no such thing as Happy Easter. It's Resurrection Sunday, okay? But every time you make a call, screenshot it, save it, print it, and keep collecting your evidence, okay, Francois? Everybody watching this. Evidence is what immigration want to see for a green card approval, for a K1 visa approval. They couldn't care less about what you tell them. They don't care what you tell them. They only care about evidence. Okay? If you got evidence, you're gonna go smooth sailing through this entire process. If you don't have any evidence of anything, let's suppose you filed your K1 visa application, you met each other face to face within 2 years, but you didn't submit any evidence that you met each other. You didn't include any pictures. You didn't include any boarding passes. You didn't include anything. You just filled out the I-129F and said, yeah, we met each other. Immigration is going to reject your K1 visa application. They're going to send it back. They're going to say, we want to see all the evidence that you guys spent time together, that you're building a relationship together. I dated Karina for over 2.5 years. And we got married after 3 years, just close to 3 years, 3 años. Okay? I had a stack of evidence like this of our relationship when we went out to a restaurant. I spent 5 weeks in Bogota. I spent 5 months in Colombia. I spent 11 months in Colombia. I collected all this evidence. Immigration, it probably took them all day just to look at all the stuff I submitted for Karina's K1 visa application. Evidence. Every time we went on a date, a dinner date, we went and ate steak. We went to this one restaurant in Bogota, and we sat down, and there were some people in the corner. They were making a bunch of noise. Mucho ruido. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, we're not going to eat here. I can't even hear the guy ask me what I want to drink. My Mountain Dew. But they don't sell Mountain Dew in Colombia, so I had to go for a Coca-Cola. I couldn't hear nothing. So I said, Karina, we're not going to eat here. So we got up and we left. And the maitre d', the guy's like, where are you going? I said, I can't hear you, dude. This people over here, it's like they're just horrible. So we went to another steak restaurant and we sat down and we had a big steak dinner and we took pictures together. But more importantly, I paid with my credit card, and the credit card receipt showed up on my credit card bill as in this steakhouse in Bogota, Colombia. I printed it. I kept the receipt from the dinner, and then I put it on a white piece of paper. We went on a dinner date. I put the receipt on a white piece of paper, and I wrote on the top here, dinner date with Karina at the restaurant on September 21st, 2021. Something like that. And I had a stack of dinner date receipts like this. That's what they want to see. Francois, we're happy for you. It was not a video chat, but a phone call. And yes, of course, I have a log of all phone calls. I learned everything from this channel. Francois, that's good news. Betty Mamo, on the paper, that have-to-date number, that the one on the top showed the expiration date, on the bottom was the edition number. But when I printed it, it didn't show up. The edition number just show up. Okay, Betty, you got to show the edition date. Okay, when you file for your green card, right here. Listen, when you file Form 485, okay, I'm going to find it right here. This is the one you're going to file right here. Edition, it expires 10/28/2026, and the edition date is 2/21/23 with expiration 2/28/26. That's what you're going to file. Immigration want to see it. They're going to look for that. If it didn't show up when you printed it out, they're going to reject the form and send it back to you. Okay? The expiration date, maybe that's why they sent it back. Yeah, they did. It didn't print. If it didn't print, okay, if it didn't print, then the expiration date or the edition, either one of them's missing, they're going to send it back to you. Francois, look at that. Francois gets a Mountain Dew salute. And Francois said right here, Hardee's, here comes Karina and Diego. That's correct, Francois. That's going to be, what day is it today? Sábado. Tomorrow, mañana es domingo. Tomorrow is going to be Francois treating us to Hardee's big breakfast platter. But Karina likes the big breakfast platter with the bacon, not so much the sausage. Francois, Mountain Dew salute. And Betty and Hedrax. You understand, right? If it didn't print, if the ink didn't hit the paper on the form 485, immigration is going to send it back to you. I got my teeth from Colombia. Sometimes I can't pronounce stuff. But you like my teeth? Brand new. The dentist in Colombia took care of my front teeth. Ooh. Hedrax, thank you. Betty, Mamo, I got it. Thank you. All right, you get a Mountain Dew salute. Relax. Listen, Betty and Hedrax, your green card application hasn't been denied. It hasn't been blocked. They just want you to fill out the paperwork on the paper. They want your printer to work. Is what they want. Okay. It's not that they don't want to process your green card. They do. Immigration's not trying to stop you from getting your green card, but it's a legal document. They got to follow congressional law. The Congress of the United States says you got to have this form with this expiration date on it. So immigration's, their hands are tied like this, okay? They got to follow what the Congress says. And Francois, look at you. Another Mountain Dew salute. Mountain Dew for Diego to continue with the Mountain Dew salutes. There you go. I tell you what, Mountain Dew doesn't pay me a dime, okay, to promote Mountain Dew. They don't send me any money, but I tell you what, it tastes good. And here comes Hardee's and a Mountain Dew for Diego. You got it, Francois. We will do that. But Sundays become like, the thing to do is to take Karina to Hardee's for her big breakfast. Now, McDonald's, they charge too much money for their freaking breakfasts, for their hamburgers, for their Happy Meals. McDonald's have lost control of their prices. Okay. Now I'm not going to spend $10 on a freaking hamburger. I'm not going to do it. I like McDonald's. I like Big Macs. I like their fries. Their McDonald's fries are good, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money. I can spend as much money in a Chinese restaurant for two people. Karina and I could go and eat in a Chinese restaurant and get, let's say, I don't know, a curry chicken for the same price of two Big Macs, a large order of fries for each of us, and a drink. Why would I want to go to McDonald's and pay all that money when I can go to a Chinese restaurant or a Thai restaurant and eat the same thing and have a full sit-down meal? McDonald's have lost their minds with their pricing. So we don't go there. Not anymore. Francois, we appreciate the super chats, okay? We're glad for you. We're happy for you. We are so happy that you have got your K1 visa approved after 2 years. And you've learned a lot on how to do K1 visas now. You've learned the process, but this is it for you, okay? Don't be going through this again. Bring your fiance over here, get married in New York, and then once you get married, wait for his green card. Once his green card gets in his hand, get the heck out of New York. Get out of there. Go move somewhere where you don't give half your income to the state in taxes. Now, New Jersey's got the highest property taxes in the whole country. I think California is way up there in property taxes. It's insane. So if you're a beneficiary moving to America for the first time, hopefully you're going to go live in a state that doesn't tax you so much money on your income. Nevada doesn't tax you on your income. Florida doesn't tax you on your income. Tennessee doesn't. Washington State doesn't. Wyoming doesn't. There's a couple of other states that don't tax you on your income. So you come to America, you want to become a millionaire, okay? The only thing you're going to pay is your federal taxes so Biden can take his vacations to Delaware, all right? But you're not going to pay income tax. I live in Florida. I don't pay income tax on anything. Now you pay sales tax. When we go and buy the Mountain Dew at Walmart, I got to pay a sales tax on the Mountain Dew. But when I make money in Florida, I don't pay any tax on it and give it to the state of Florida, only to Biden so he can take his vacations to Delaware. Francois Livingston, McDonald's are outrageous and not worth it. Is there a Five Guys or a Red Robin in your area? Yeah, there's a Five Guys here also. Five Guys is down the street. Yes, there are 2 McDonald's and there's a Five Guys. No Red Robin. No, I have not seen a Red Robin here. Jin Ganesh, hi Diego and Karina. I finally got my K1 visa approved in Guyana. Yee-hee! That's a Mountain Dew salute for Jin Ganesh in Guyana. Now Guyana, that's next to Venezuela. So you got that communist dictator Maduro living next to you, right? He's in Venezuela. He's putting all this military. He's putting his military up there on the border with Guyana, and he's thinking about invading and taking all your oil. That's what communists do. They invade countries and they steal what isn't theirs, right? But you're going to be living in America. Congratulations. I'm traveling with my fiancée to the United States on the 24th of May. Mountain Dew salute. Thank you guys for all of the help. That's what we're here for. We love hanging out with you guys and helping you. We helped. There was one young lady who was scared she wasn't going to be able to bring her 11-year-old daughter to America. So I helped her. I fixed all the problems. I paved the way, and she's bringing her daughter to America. We're here for you. Congratulations, Jin Ganesh. Francois Livingston, well, I appreciate all your guidance and support, and yes, I plan on leaving New York someday soon, God willing. Francois Livingston, there are 50 states in America with your qualifications in nursing. Florida would love to have you. Nevada would love to have you. Tennessee would love to have you. There are plenty of places in America you can go where you can keep the money that you make and not give it to the government. The state of Florida doesn't take our money, okay, so the governor of Florida can go on vacation. The state of Florida makes money from taxes on gasoline, taxes on stuff. You go buy stuff at Walmart, and you got Disney World that generates income for the state. You got Universal Studios that generate income from tourists. And they got all these insane toll roads all across South Florida. So Florida gets its revenue. And you live in upstate New York where it's cold. It costs you a fortune to heat your house in the wintertime. I'm sure heating oil is expensive. If you moved somewhere like south of where you are right now, like if let's suppose you went to Nevada, it's warm all year round pretty much. You won't get stuck with a high heating bill, and you won't be paying half your income to the freaking government in taxes. And we're glad to help you, Francois. And Jin Ganesh, we're glad to hear you're going to be leaving Guyana, and you're going to be getting to America on the 24th of May. That's just 6 days. That's next week. What airplanes fly in and out of Guyana? What are you flying on? American Airlines, Delta? I don't know. I'm kind of curious to know what airlines fly out of Guyana. That's just information. Francois, number 3. Man, Francois, listen, Francois. Francois, and the 3rd super chat for the night, okay? Now, Francois says, towards breakfast, Francois says, when you take Karina for breakfast tomorrow morning, I hope you know how much my Moroccan fiancé and I appreciate you and Karina so much. We do, okay? Francois, what I want to see you do now is get your fiancé in the United States so you guys can get married. That's what we're working on now. Yeah, we got you, Francois. We know breakfast. We got it. We know what you said. Mountain Dew salute for Francois. Number 3. Francois, you're at now we're going to get you through the finish line so you can do the touchdown at the end zone and get your fiance into the United States and get married. Jin Ganesh, Diego, can you say how long it takes to get the green card? It takes 4 to 5 months, Jin Ganesh, to get the green card. But make sure you file a strong green card application. Put together a strong green card package, okay? I've made 3 videos on how to apply for a green card. Watch those videos, okay? Now, if you don't have time to watch the videos, just ask me questions here, and I'll help you. The secret to getting your green card is a successful green card application. Don't mess up the paperwork. Don't make any typos. Use the correct edition of the form, okay? Don't make any mistakes. Ajali, good evening, Diego and Karina. So apparently I am waiting for this K1 visa interview to be approved so I can retire. So you can retire? Thanks for the information, because I'm also in New York and don't want my pension. Listen, Ajali, you live in New York. Get the K1 visa approved, right? Or interview. Get the K1 visa interview. Get that. Get the green card in your hand, and then get the heck out of New York, because that state takes more money out of your pocket and your pension. They're going to tax your pension. They're going to tax your income. What do they do with the money? What does the government of New York do with your money? Can anybody answer that? The governor of California, he doesn't even know where the billions of dollars went that he took to help the homeless. Why is there so many homeless people in California? Because their economy sucks. Why does their economy suck? Because the communists and the Marxists that control California, the legislature, are destroying the economy there. So when you destroy the economy, it hurts the people, right? Everybody's getting out of California if they can sell their house. So get out. So Ajali, get out of New York, okay? If you go live in a state that's tax free on your income, on your pension. Nevada, Tennessee, Florida, Washington State, Wyoming. They're great places to live. Jin Ganesh, we are using JetBlue to travel to the USA. JetBlue. Okay. JetBlue is the compagnie d'avion. That's interesting. I was always curious to know what airlines flew out of Guyana to America. I was always kind of curious because we flew Avianca from Bogota, Colombia to Miami. American Airlines wouldn't take our cat Tokyo. They said, no, you can't bring a cat on the plane. Delta Airlines, I can't stand that airline. I just can't stand them because I just don't like them. They either break down, they can't find a pilot, they can't find a flight crew. So I don't fly Delta, and they wouldn't take the cat either, Tokyo. But Avianca, they said, yeah, you can bring it Tokyo, your cat. No problem. No problem. Make sure he's got his vaccinations, make sure he's got his medical exam, he's got a chip in his neck, put him in his carry-on bag, and he can fly to from Bogota to Miami. So we use Avianca. Francois Livingston, I am just in such disbelief over yesterday's notification. Francois, here's another Mountain Dew salute. That's all, Diego. I was at work when the notification popped on my phone. Boing! Boing! Mountain Dew salute to Francois. You're good to go, Francois. You got everything. Nanu. Hello, Diego. Now, is this Nanu? That, I mean, I hope I didn't mispronounce it, but it sounds like Mork and Mindy. Any ideas for evidence of relationship? Sure. If you Google Diego Ross, evidence of relationship, watch the video, and I made a video on evidence for relationship. But if you don't have time to watch a video, okay, evidence of relationship. Visa stamps in passports are very important. When you travel to go visit your beneficiary, the country that you visit is going to stamp a visa in your passport. Bogota, Colombia doesn't do that anymore because they use biometrics. So it's kind of hard to get a visa stamp in your passport because they do biometrics now. But visa stamps in your passport, boarding passes from your trips to see your beneficiary, photos with family and friends. On the photos with family and friends, you're going to put who's in the picture, when the picture was taken, and where the picture was taken. List dinner date receipts, receipts for gifts. For Karina's birthday in 2022 in Colombia, I bought her a cell phone. I took the receipt of the cell phone, I put it on a piece of paper, and I said, this is a receipt of the birthday present for Karina for her cell phone. The cell phone doesn't work in America because the SIM cards aren't compatible. So what do? We gave the cell phone to her mom, right? There you go. Keep evidence of gifts. Christmas in Bogota. I treated the whole family to Christmas, and I kept all the receipts. Dinner dates. We took a trip to Cucuta, Colombia. We took a trip to Cartagena on the west coast of Colombia on Avianca. I got the boarding passes, the plane tickets for Avianca from Bogota to Cucuta and from Bogota to Cartagena. They went in the K1 visa application. They went in the green card application. When we were in Cucuta, Colombia, we went and ate dinner at these different restaurants. I kept the receipts. We were eating dinner here in Cucuta at this restaurant. When we went to Cartagena, Colombia, we went to visit the Castle de Felipe, right? Very historic. And then we're right at the top of this 15th century castle built by the Spanish. And Karina says, right down there, I can see Jumbo. That's like Walmart. I kept the receipts of the entry tickets into Castle de Felipe. We went on a day trip to Bendita Beach on a boat ride. I kept the receipts of the boat ride. We went to Playa Blanca in Playa de Bendita Beach, and what was the other beach we went to? Huh? Playa Blanca. We went all these places. Immigration want to see that you have created a relationship with your beneficiary. Karina and I dated a long time. Lots of evidence of our relationship. I've made videos about it. Michael, looking for ideas to help my fiance improve her English. She speaks fair English, just wants to improve. All I can find are classes for someone that wants to learn Spanish. Well, the way to learn English, how do kids learn English when you're babies, when they're growing up, when they're 3 or 4 years old? How do they learn English? Mom and dad speaking to them in English all the time, and they watch TV, right? Karina watches YouTube shows in English, and then underneath she has the captions in English, not in Spanish. Karina listens to the video and then reads the English caption. It's just, how did I learn Spanish? How did I learn Spanish? Karina talks to me all day in Spanish in Colombia and here. When I was in Colombia, nobody speaks English where I was at. Where I was in Bogota, nobody spoke English. So I had to learn Spanish by speaking it. And I'm on the bus, I'm on the Transmillennial. Karina would say, I'd ask Karina, what does that mean? Pasajero, the passenger. Okay. What does this mean? Break glass in case of emergency. What is that? What is this? I learned Spanish by talking and doing. Karina's going to learn English by talking and doing. That's how you do it. You're going to start out like you're like a little kid. You're 2 years old. How does a 2-year-old learn English? Mama's always talking to little Jimmy, right? In English. Continual practice. Watching videos, listening, listen to the radio. What's going on the radio? Listen in English. Eventually, you're going to learn. You got no choice, right? Karina's going to learn English. In 3 years from now, once she gets her green card, we're going to figure out exactly when she can apply for citizenship. Then we're going to get ramping up on her getting her English done. But right now, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting for her green card. We're waiting and waiting and waiting for her work permit. Her work permit got approved. We got a letter in the mail that said, your work permit's been approved, Karina, congratulations. Give us a week or so and we'll get it to you in the mail. Well, if her work permit got approved, then her green card's going to get approved. So then but we're waiting for the green card. But when Karina gets her work permit, we're going to go to the Social Security Administration with her work permit. We're going to update her status with the Social Security Administration. They're going to change her status from I-94, K3. Because remember, when you get married, you go from K1 to K3. They're going to update her status to legal permanent resident, and they're going to mail her a new Social Security card with her married name on it. Nunu. Thanks, Diego. No problem. Headrax. Hey, Diego, I did not get the I-765 back. What should we do? The I-765. Well, contact immigration, and you need that. Contact them. You didn't get that form back. So you make copies of all this stuff, right? You never, ever send anything to immigration that's an original. You send copies and you make backup copies so you don't lose. If they lose stuff, you got a backup copy. When I submitted Karina's K1 visa application to Louisville, Texas, I had 3 copies of her K1 visa application in 6 binders, 8 binders. A copy for me at home here in Florida, a copy for Karina in Bogota, Colombia, which I carried with me on my carry-on, and then the copy that goes to immigration. You got to make backup copies of everything, okay? So if immigration loses a form, you got a copy at your house. So Headrax, you need to contact immigration and see if they can find it for you. Send it to you. Or ask for another one. Nanu. I have photos together, cell logs with call logs with screenshots, chat logs, train tickets, and boarding passes, restaurant receipts. Okay, on the photos, Nanu. On the photos, make sure you put the names of the people in the photos, the dates the pictures were taken, and where the pictures were taken. That's very important. So here's a piece of paper. And right here, you're going to put a photo of you with her friends and family, right? Or a big picture. There's a big photo right here. You printed it off your computer. On the top, you're going to put, this photo was taken, or you can put date of photo. And then people in the photograph, the names of the people in the photograph, and the location of the photograph. Immigration want to know where the picture was taken, who's in the picture, and the date. If you don't include that information, sometimes they'll send it back, or they'll send you an RFE. They say, hey, thanks for the pictures, but who the heck are these people? No. There's no people, only me and my fiance. You got to have pictures with family and friends. Immigration could not care less about you, photos with you and your beneficiary. They don't care. They don't even look at those pictures. They toss them aside. They throw them away. They want to see pictures with Karina, Diego, Karina's brother, Karina's nephews and nieces, Paula, Aja, Andrea, Edri, Mosa Manuel, Maria, Andrea, Family, Toro, Mihei. We only included a few pictures of us together. Do you know how easy it is to Photoshop the selfie? Immigration don't care about selfies, guys. They want to see pictures with family and friends. That's what they want to see. So no. Do not send in your K1 visa application with pictures of just you and your beneficiary. Immigration not interested. They want to see pictures with you, your beneficiary, her family, her friends, her neighbors. Caleb, her too. Can we write it on the back of the photo? Yeah, you can do that. Aquarius, to Michael, Duolingo is a good app to learn English. Duolingo is a good app. Okay, Duolingo. Good Duolingo. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good app to use. No. But we met in a different country. Okay. Immigration don't care where you met as long as you met each other. But you got to have pictures together, which is more than just you and your beneficiary. Okay? They want to see other people in the pictures. Aquarius, Diego, what does NVC do when they get the paperwork? Are they doing an investigation? Aquarius, this is what the National Visa Center in New Hampshire will do when they get the K1 visa application. They will do a FBI check on the sponsor. They'll check the sponsor. FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. They will do a police check, basically on the American citizen. They will assign a case number and or an invoice number. And then they will contact the embassy in that country where your beneficiary lives and see if they're available to accept the K1 visa package. That's what they're going to do. All right. So the National Visa Center is going to get your K1 visa application. They're going to take your American citizen sponsor social security number, and they're going to run an FBI check on him or her. Then they're going to call the embassy up and say, "Hey, we got are you busy? We got this K1 visa application from so-and-so in Texas." The embassy is going to say, "Yeah, we're good. Go ahead and mail the K1 visa package to us, DHL courier." It's going to be probably a diplomatic pouch. I'm thinking they changed some stuff. And then the NVC is going to assign a case number and an invoice number. That's what they do. That's what they do at the NVC. They also go through the K1 visa application with a fine-tooth comb. Now, the National Visa Center does not have the authority to approve or disapprove K1 visas. There's only two places where a K1 visa can be approved or disapproved. The USCIS Service Center, either in California, Texas, Nebraska, etc., or at the U.S. Embassy in that country where your beneficiary lives. Those are the only places that can disapprove K1 visas. Okay? If the NVC get a K1 visa application that's got mistakes in it, they will send it back to USCIS with a letter saying, "Hey, USCIS, you missed this. Fix this." Okay? That's what the NVC does. That's what the National Visa Center does. No. You need to get pictures with family and friends. Immigration do not care to see pictures of just you and her together. They don't care. The pictures are irrelevant. Maybe one or two or three. Okay? Aquarius, please listen. No, Diego, help me get approved. Listen to him. Aquarius gets a Mountain Dew salute because she's 110% right. If you listen to me, I'm going to get you approved as long as you qualify for the benefit. Jay Baxter, I'm here. I overslept. Well, Jay Baxter, I took a siesta today. I was painting in the house, painting walls and Karina too. We're rolling paint up and down on the, and I'm like, man, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. Okay. But I painted, Karina was painting, and then I just was pooped out, and I just fell asleep. Then I got up, took a shower, and here we are doing the live stream. Caleb, should I bring my police record to the interview? I already sent it in the I-129F. Yeah, you have to bring any police records to the visa interview. If you're the sponsor and you got a police record, you know, when you were a kid, you were caught stealing comic books out of the 7-Eleven, and you went to juvenile court and they slapped you on the wrist and said, "Don't steal comic books from 7-Eleven. You go to the courthouse, you get your court records, and you bring it, you give it to your beneficiary to bring to the visa interview. And you include it in the K1 visa application, and you include it in the green card application, and you give it to your beneficiary to take to the visa interview." Okay? And Aquarius, you're absolutely right. If people would listen to what I say and take my advice, I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I'm giving you the way, I'm giving you the path to go down for success. You got to get approved. Aquarius, I am from Texas. Fantastic. The second biggest state in the union. The biggest state in the union is Alaska. The second biggest is Texas. Ren S., a very big congratulations to you, Francois. Maha Chowdhury, after the NOA2, the Notice of Action 2 letter, how much time is required for the MVC and in transit case to ready an interview? What country are you in? If you want me to tell you how long it's going to take to get a visa interview, I got to know where you're at. Which country? Bogota, Colombia is taking 2 months to schedule a visa interview. Morocco is taking 6, 8, 9 months for some reason. So help me out. In Pakistan, okay. So let's see here. You got your NOA2, so you got your K1 visa approved. It's going to take 2 to 3 months for the National Visa Center to send you a case number. Probably about 3 months, 4 months for in transit, and ready status should take about 4 months, somewhere in there. And the interview should be within about 6 months after NOA2, 6 to 7 months. But if you're from Pakistan, don't be surprised if you get a 221G for an extra security check. Maha Chowdhury. We love our friends in Pakistan, okay? We love you guys. But the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan has been asking beneficiaries from Pakistan to do extra security checks. So don't be surprised if you get a 221G security check to fill out. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to log off. I'm getting hungry. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday. We're going to go and grab us a Hardee's Big Breakfast. Thanks for the super chats and super stickers. And let me see here. Karina's making sure I don't miss anybody. I got that one. Maha Chowdhury, almost 4 to 5 months further. It could be 6 to 7 months for Pakistan. Jay Baxter, oh yeah, Diego, did you find the phone number for USCIS to call and ask if they mailed the visa? I did. I had it from the last live stream, but I don't have it with me right now on this live stream. So I'm going to make a note to get you that number. I'm sorry, man. So you need the phone number. Let me see here. Did you find the phone number for USCIS to call and ask if they mailed the visa? Mailed the visa. Mailed the visa. You're talking to the MVC. USCIS ship K1 visas that are approved every 2 weeks to the National Visa Center. Francois Livingston, thank you so much, Renes. Listen up. When USCIS approves your K1 visa, you get the NOA2 letter. Listen, Jay Baxter. Every 2 weeks, they get them all the K1 visas that are approved. Remember, there's some people with packages like this. Some people have been dating their beneficiary for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They got evidence like this. So every 2 weeks, USCIS will ship all this stuff off, ship it all off to NVC. Okay? That's how it works. So if you got your NOA2 letter, give it 2 months or 3 months for it to receive, for the NVC to receive it. Okay? Jay Baxter, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your breakfast. Thank you so much. Caleb, getting the police record from the police station is at Fine Diego. That's what I did for the I-129F. Perfectly good as long as they certified it from the police station that it's an official document. And with that said, we're going to go get something to eat because we're hungry. But tomorrow we're going for breakfast at Hardee's.